Okay, so one thing I want to remind you guys is that although I'm showing a lot of police vehicles, zooming in on them and speaking ill, basically because of the harassment, notice that I am not anti-police and that I do not advocate disrespecting or disobeying police if they tell you to do something in a public setting, okay? If they tell you to sit down, sit down. I'm gonna sit down if they tell me that. Okay, this is really important. A lot of people think that I'm anti-police, anti-law enforcement. This is not true. What I am pointing out is apparently either those that are in on some kind of conspiracy and or they are demonically controlled and don't know what they're doing. But a lot of police are decent folks like you and me that are doing their job, and we need them to do their job. And for the most part, the overwhelming most part, they are professional. I am not worried about a crime being committed against me if I am cooperative and reasonable with police. Where people usually have a problem is because they themselves are doing something wrong, they're resisting, they're being belligerent. No need for that, friends. Be cooperative. It's the smart thing to do. Another thing I don't do is I don't point the camera right in their face, because that can be a form of belligerence, and also they don't know exactly what's in your hand or what you're doing, and so that's adding to an air of confrontation and conflict. And I'm not worried if they're doing something wrong. Let that be on their head, okay? If they tell you to put down that camera, or they tell you to stop filming unless there's an extenuating circumstance of a crime occurring, or something that you know is wrong and needs to be filmed, I would say what I would do is I would put it away or put it down, whatever they tell you to do. And once again, you know, if they're doing something wrong, that's on them, okay? You know that the Lord will uphold you for your righteousness. If they're doing something wrong, and by the way, for the most part, they are very professional. They will. My experience is that if you are cooperative and you act in a respectable manner, you will not have a problem. If they are arresting you, there's you know, or patting you down, or you know, searching you or searching your vehicle, the best thing you can do is to be cooperative. Because if you're resisting, if you're making noises of protest like, hey, you know, this is really you know, this is an injustice, you know, and raising hell about it, then you know, all you're doing is making things worse for yourself and making their job harder. Okay? If you're cooperative, if you're cool, and if you're upright and righteous, you really shouldn't have a problem. Okay? The stuff that I am pointing out is on a different level. Okay? It's a different topic altogether. Okay? Now these what they are doing is legal according to their inner law, but not legal according, as I know it, American law, because you can't gang stalk, harass somebody for uploading reptilian shapeshifter movies to YouTube showing non-humans, because there's no law against it on the books. I mean, I'm showing something that is a true, interesting phenomena and something that people want to learn about, and it's clear at this point with the numbers that I'm getting at my channel that it is something people want to know about. And so I have the right to do that. So what they're doing is against the law, and that will be on their heads for not cooperating. But just so you know, when I'm showing police vehicles like this guy right here, he's not doing anything wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with every single police that goes by. I'm talking about the ones that are under demonic distortion, demonic control, and are doing things that are part of the gang stalking harassment, which, by the way, as you know, many of them have no idea what they're doing. They're family men, they're family people. They're just trying to make a living and do their job. So once again, I would say there's no need to see police as the enemy. You are not friends with me, and I am not associated with you if you are disrespectful or discooperative with police, which is just plain stupid. I realize that some people watching may have had a bad experience with police or experienced illegal police behavior. I've seen it on TV, okay? But especially since I'm from Los Angeles, I can't speak for other areas in the country. But from my experience and from the experience of neighbors and people that I know, the Los Angeles Police Department is highly professional. They are not going to do anything that's illegal or unprofessional. They take their jobs very seriously. The people and the police that I've talked to have always been, you know, very professional. They're not going to risk their job or their reputation of the police department by behaving in an unprofessional manner. And you've seen some videos that I have up that have with me walking right up to police saying, "Hello, gentlemen." They're saying hello back, and there's no reason to have a situation of enmity between yourself and police. And there's you know, I don't advocate that. Now I do have a lot more, you know, suspicion and a feeling of there's something wrong, but that doesn't mean that I don't know, by and large, especially since I have family members that were LAPD, and also I just, you know, I know that all of them can't be in on it, and even if they are, even if they're you know, whatever, reptoids, there's no reason to treat them in a disrespectful way, or, you know, start a situation of enmity with them, because that's just going to blow up in your face and make, you know, everything more difficult. That'll give them a reason to roust you. Okay, be smart, be cool, be cooperative. Police have to maintain situation control. Okay, guys, and when you are belligerent and resisting and disrespectful, you're just making their job harder. They have a tough job. Okay, being a policeman is no easy job. Okay, or policewoman, it's tough work. Okay. And when you're belligerent, when you're lying, when you're not being cooperative, when you're treating them like the enemy and they're just people trying to uphold the law, which you need, that's just plain idiocy.